Oh, hey, didn't see you there. How are you today? I'm good. My name is Devin Democracy, otherwise known as Democracy for short. I'm a part of a prestigious organization called Democracy Consultants. And today we're here with a program called Organizational Democracy for Dummies. Today's edition, Middle Managers. What we're doing here is we want to take your organization to the next level. And for this series that we're about to show you, we're going to be focusing on how middle managers can create success in their organization through their employees. Employees are the most important part of each company, so treating them with respect is key, and it's key to any company's success in any industry. Being a middle manager is hard. We get it. How do you foster good communication and ideal speech? How do you encourage dissent? How do you encourage your employees to participate? All of these questions will be answered for middle managers everywhere as we explore organizational communication, dissent, and participation. By the end of this training series, you, as the manager, will have your employees fully immersed in democracy. Now let's get started. Now, you're here because you want to learn about the first episode in our series, organizational communication. Now, for the first episode of the training series, we'll look at two situations concerning organizational communication. Communication in your organization needs to represent ideal speech. Speech and speaking freely has always been a key piece of democratic processes. So, as managers, we have to make sure that employees feel heard and have ample opportunity to express thoughts and ideas. You're going to communicate with your employees every day, so you need to make sure that you are doing four crucial things in every conversation. You need to be seeking understanding from each person in the conversation. You need to see what the truth is to each person. You need to be building a relationship. And last, you need to own your authentic interests and feelings. And to illustrate these four tenets of ideal speech, we're going to show you two situations, one good, one bad, that really highlight the importance of organizational communication. Let's go.
Hi, Director Walker. Thanks for taking some time to sit down with me and chat about some of the questions that I have.
Absolutely, Ed. Always happy to meet with an employee. By the way, how's Lindsay doing?
She's actually doing great. We actually just set a date for our wedding.
Oh, congrats. That's so great to hear. So, what is it that you wanted to talk about?
Yes, so I had a few questions about Project Prism and figured you'd be a good person to talk to about it. I'm not sure what we're doing is strictly legal. We're monitoring phone calls, texts, emails, and it's just of everyday Americans. We even have access to their webcams if we want it. And all of this is happening without any warrants or judicial approval. I wanted to know what your thoughts were on all this.
Listen, Snowden, I get where you're coming from. Some of the stuff we do here at the NSA isn't strictly by the books. But you have to remember that what we're doing here is protecting American lives. Do I wish there was another way? Of course, but there isn't. And PRISM is our best shot at stopping terrorists and preventing tragedies.
I understand that, but the American people do have a right to know, Director. Just last week, the Director of National Intelligence lied to Congress about collecting and monitoring American data.
I must admit, that troubled me too. I'll tell you what, Snowden, I'm going to set up a meeting to discuss with my superiors, and I want you to be there too. I'll reach out to you within the next few days with the next steps. And thanks for coming in, Snowden. I know that took guts.
Thank you, Director Walker. This does mean a lot.
Wow, that was awesome. Now that we've taken a look at our first situation, let's take a look at the next one. Let's roll it.
Hi, Director Walker. Do you have a minute? I've been trying to speak to a director about something for a while and haven't really been able to set up a meeting.
What is it, Snowden? You're supposed to be working right now.
I know, I'm sorry. This has just been really bothering me for a while now. Also, by the way, how's that new cyber project going over in DEOPS?
That's none of your business, Snowden. You're not in that unit. Just hurry up and tell me why you're here.
Well, I've been working on Project Prism and had a few questions. Prism collects data on all Americans, not just the ones connected to potential security threats. It's looking at emails, texts, phone calls. It even looks through the camera on their devices if we wanted to. Not only do people not know that they're being watched, but neither does Congress. We aren't even getting warrants for it.
All right, let me stop you right there. PRISM was built to protect Americans. Do you want another 9/11? It's all legal under the Patriot Act. That's just how things are here at the NSA.
I mean, well, I looked into it and a lot of the stuff we're doing isn't totally covered by that. we still need judges to sign off on some of that surveillance.
Do you know what happens to boat rockers here, Mr. Snowden? They get charged with espionage. Now, I suggest you drop the issue and get back to work protecting your country before you do something you'll regret.
Now, can you tell me which of those two situations was more democratic? Right, the first one. It's important to make sure that the employees feel heard and they're able to express themselves fully in their truths and interests. And also, you should be attempting to build a relationship in each conversation. Remember, in recent years, corporations have become present in almost every facet of employees' lives, whether it's company daycare, nonstop work, and some employees never get a break from corporate America. So it's important to provide this break in purely democratic conversations. Now, you should have a grasp on what good corporate communication should look like. Next time, we will look at how to have good communication when your employees dissent. Stay tuned.